Hi guys, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to talk about why I think that everybody is meant to be successful. When you're unhappy, you're usually unhappy because you're focusing in a way that's over focusing on what you don't have, what you want, and just very much a lot of negativity. But once you realize that you actually do have everything that you need, which is yourself, and who is the person that can get you all those opportunities? Yourself. Who is the person that gets you up and walks yourself and feeds yourself and does so much for you? Yourself. You are somebody who can achieve anything. And I think in one of my last videos I talked about how as humans we are born as a blank wall or a blank canvas, and that means that we are made to create something for ourselves. So we are made to think for ourselves and come up with ideas and goals and make something beautiful out of our minds and ourselves. And I think that kind of just shows how much, because I said in my last video, like, if you were born to be everything you were supposed to be in the end, like, you would have been born that way. But you were born not knowing yourself. So you're supposed to think to yourself, find yourself, and think about what you want. Think about what you want to do. Think about what you want to be. Create something for yourself. Create art, create videos, create an idea. Just create. The successful people that are already successful, they are where they want to be in life because they use themselves. Even when they were feeling bad, they pushed themselves and tried to alter their brain. If they had a negative thought, maybe they would just let it go, distract themselves, or tell them, nope, let me change that thought right now. I don't need to be negative. I need to be positive. I need this situation to work for me because it's going to work for me, and I'm going to be where I want to be. Because this idea, this place that I want to be at, it's in my mind, it's in my heart for a reason. You were born given yourself. You were born given yourself, and you were born with your whole life already figured out. Nobody knows how your life is going to be, but if you want to believe in the universe or God or whatever it may be, they already have everything figured out for you. They know. They want you to figure it out and go through it. You don't know, because if you knew, then there would be no effort. If you knew how to get to where you wanted exactly without having to go through hardships or having to be worried about anything or having to think about anything, there would be no point in that. You already know how to get everything you want, and you don't have to put in the effort. You don't have to learn things and grow from things. You can just do whatever you want. It's like, it would be like cheating, I guess. I think from learning and growing and being successful, you also have to learn and grow, because the deeper you look inside yourself, the deeper you ask yourself things and questions things to yourself, is when you're going to grow the most. And so for that, when was the last time your view changed about something? When was the last time that you changed your mind or realized something? And if it's been so long, then maybe it's time to start really questioning yourself when you're alone. Like, if you're so caught up in other things like anxiety and worries and other people, ask yourself, why are you so worried about that? Why does it really matter? Because if you really want to achieve something and you're letting other people get in the way, when are you going to achieve that? I mean, people are always going to be looking at you and judging you, because some people like to distract themselves with other people's life. And that's how they get away with their own life. You gotta understand, people are just trying to distract themselves. And there's good and bad distractions. But there is good and bad distractions, and you need to realize that. You have to push yourself to those points of asking yourself these questions and asking why you want what you want, and why did you come up with this idea, and like what hardships do you think you'll go through? How will you get through them? What do you need to work on yourself to be able to get through these hardships? What do you need to work on yourself in general in life? When I started journaling, I came up with all of my most best ideas, all of my best thoughts, and I was constantly journaling. Like, my journal is almost full. It's been less than 20 days, and my whole journal is almost full of entries and ideas, and I'm so proud of myself because I'm coming up with all these thoughts all of a sudden, and I'm like, oh my god, this is me. This is me. I came up with this. I did this. A lot of people, they come from nothing. Your blank canvas is your nothing. And they sometimes have things, but there are also situations where people didn't grow up with money or experiences, or they didn't have the connections, and they had to create chances for themselves, and they had to force their, not force, but like push themselves into what they wanted, because that was the only way they're going to get there. You're only going to get there if you actually put in the work. And also, once you do become successful, you're going to be proud of yourself. In your life, you are meant to feel proud of yourself. Once you make it, or once you start it, you'll feel so accomplished, and you are supposed to start doing that idea for a reason, so that you can feel accomplished, so that you can feel great about yourself, because that's your idea, that's your goal. It's in your heart, it's in your mind for a reason. The quote is, "A white wall may seem empty, but it's ready to be filled." So that's why I was saying, fill yourself with love, fill yourself with memory, fill your brain up with education and thoughts and ideas and questions about anything in life, about things that are hard for you, for things you don't know about yourself, for things that you want to know, for things you want to know about other people and the world and the universe. Ask yourself, ask other people. It's good to fill your brain up with so much like curiosity. It will help you get to where you want. Emotions, we feel certain things for a reason. Emotions are placed into humans for a certain reason. On top of the world and feeling successful and feeling great, that's the reason it exists, because people were meant to go for it and meant to go get it and push themselves and feel good about themselves. Happiness was emotion created because humans were supposed to experience that. And also this applies to negativity, but we're supposed to learn and grow from happiness and negativity. We were meant to grow. All the emotions that you can think of, there's a reason why they exist. If we weren't supposed to feel this way, that emotion from whatever created us, from whatever we are, we would not feel it if we weren't supposed to. We would not. So these emotions of excitement and happiness and accomplishment and all these good things, there is a reason why they exist for humans. There is a reason, and it's for you to go after your goals and your dreams and your ideas and whatever makes you happy. And that is why you're also supposed to do things that make you happy. You know how refreshing and light and like happy and exciting it is to accomplish what you want, to do things that you think is hard, to do things that other people think are hard, to realize how cool you are as a person. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta learn. You gotta grow. And once you do that, you will be able to feel those emotions more easier. And once you work on yourself and you love yourself and you take care of yourself, you'll be able to push for what you want a lot more easier. And once you push through one hard situation, I've said this again in a video, I'll say it again. Once you push through one hard thing, one uncomfortable thing, and then you slowly start doing more and more and more, it gets easier. It keeps getting easier, and you can look at it, oh, I did that, I can do it again. I can work through anything in life. I can get to where I want. You have to get excited for your future. The reason why we have excitement, again, is because we're supposed to. The reason why we daydream is because it was made for humans to experience. We were made to daydream and get so excited for our future. Oh, I can't wait till I have that house and I can decorate it like this, and I can have all these plants, and like I can have my 20 cats, and that if that's what you want, then go for it. You were made to have that feeling. Everybody in the world has dreams and goals and things that they want, but everybody's dreams and goals and ideas are different. And those things are placed on you. They are placed differently in each person because each person needs to do what they want in life. Those things that come to you and you feel some type of, I really want to do that. I want to do that. Even if you think I want to do it, but it's hard, so I want to give up. No, you're not supposed to give up. You're supposed to go after it. Those things are planted inside you from even before you were born. Those things existed in you. Those things are, how do I explain this? Even before you were born, again, whatever universe, whatever God, whatever created you, before you were born, the universe already has all these things planned. I'm going to use the universe because that's what I think. The universe already has all these thoughts planted for you. Once you are born, they go to you. And slowly over time, it happens like a process. It's not immediate. But the universe plans when everything is supposed to happen to your life. The universe knows that this certain goal, this certain thought belongs to you and it gives it to you. But this other person has a different one and that's to them. It's for them. You're meant to go for your own ideas because everybody else's is different. If you weren't meant to go for it, then wouldn't everybody's be the same? Wouldn't it? Do you think you're born on earth to do things that you hate? Do you think you were born to work that 9 to 5 that you hate? If you like it, then that is your calling. That is for you because not everybody else enjoys that. So that is for your path to take. If you want something hard, that's in your brain and you want it and for years it keeps going on in your head. If it disappears, then that was just supposed to help you learn and grow. If you get invested into something and then all of a sudden you switch, it's because there's a reason for that too. You were supposed to learn and get something out of that. It's a process. Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your whole life is a process. You're not immediately gonna know your goals. You're not immediately gonna know your life. You're not gonna immediately know yourself or your boundaries. You're not gonna immediately know everything because you have to learn these things. These things are not immediate. It's a process. If you imagined yourself as your best self, what do you imagine? Usually someone who goes after what they want. A go-getter, someone who's accomplished a lot of things. When you think of a successful person, if it's just even in like their life, what they find or deem successful, it's a go-getter because they had to keep pushing themselves. No matter what type of accomplishment or idea that someone has, there's always a go-getter mindset behind it, or there's always like a go-getter person. There's always something that has to be done, something that has to be accomplished, something that has to be hard work. So you have to change your focus on these things. You have to change your mindset on these things. I was going to say in some other things before all these amazing ideas, you're here, so you might as well do what you want. But I think that my other things that I'm saying make so much more sense on what to say. I feel like you are here, so you might as well do what you want. If that comes and resonates with you, you're already here. You might as do what you want. You're already here, so you might as well not live a miserable life. You might as well work hard anyways. Life is going to be hard anyways. You're going to go through things either way. If you want to choose for your life to just be stagnant and not go after anything you want or your ideas or your goals, or to make yourself feel bad about them, or to let other people feel bad about you and leave yourself stagnant, you are not going to be happy. And you are going to regret that when you are older. You're going to wish I could have done this. I'm going to keep saying this. If you think you're going to regret things when you're older, you have to change things now. You have to. Being ready is defined as prepare mentally or physically for some experience or action. Sometimes you just got to be like, you just got to go for it. Just like you got to go for the things. Oh, I'm scared. When I thought of the word ready and the definition, I thought of when I was a lifeguard and I was being taught how to do dives. I mean, like off the... I don't know what it's called. The thing is, a lot of the times I was gonna belly flop. I was gonna hit the water hard. And I knew it. But also I knew that some of those times I would not flop. Like I wouldn't hit the water. So I just go for it. I wasn't ready some of the times, but I just went for it. And it wasn't that bad. A lot of things that you'll get through, you realize that wasn't even that bad. Slowly but surely you'll realize that. Realizing life isn't that bad and realizing that you should go for your goals. Like realizing everything in life. Realizing all your true, highest, best self-thoughts. When I say highest self, I'm talking about like the person you're supposed to become, like your best self in your life. Like your most educated, the most thought out. Like I don't know how to explain it, but another thing I'll say is if you are seeking something, this is the kind of like twisting my other words, it is seeking you. Like that's literally how it is. Like if I had to rephrase it a different way, like what you are seeking is seeking you. Your goals and your thoughts and your ideas, they're trying to find each other. Your accomplishments and your ideas and your goals and your hardships, they're trying to find you. I'll also say like courage is such a big thing. There is a song from a Barbie movie, and I've been listening to a lot of Barbie recently. Courage is the key that opens every door. That's part of the lyrics. And I wrote that in there for a reason. Courage is the key that opens every door. That's really it. You have to get excited and pumped up to like push through your courage. You have to think like, if I take that shot, if I take that risk, what is in it for me? Good good things. Like, there's a lot of good things. You have to be excited. Like, I really want the outcome, so I'm going to go for it. I really want it, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm already here living life, and the God and the universe gave me these thoughts, gave me my ideas. They didn't give them for you for no reason. Don't discard them. You are here and given those things for a reason, to create something out of it, to make something, to keep in your brain and think how beautiful that is. Everybody can do things. Everybody can make and do things unheard of. But the thing is, it's going to come to everybody different. Sometimes, like, people will have similar ideas or they'll have the same idea. But if everybody digs deeply, and those two people that had the same idea were to dig deeper on that specific thing because both of them had the same idea, they can still figure out how to make those one thing two different things in some way that is still a good idea. You just had to sit and think, just like how I've been journaling. Like, seriously, like, my greatest ideas are coming from me journaling. You have to have grit. Like, you have to have grit. You realize how strong we feel when we push through things and when we get through hard things. It's such a great feeling. The reason why it's a great feeling is because it's accomplishing. And again, like, that emotion, whatever created us, whatever, obviously made that for us because we were supposed to push through our things and, like, go for what we want, even if it's hard. And it's there to show us how much we can actually do, if we don't just give up on ourselves and believe in ourselves. But the thing is, if you do not push through, you're reinforcing the belief that you cannot do it. You are. You have to change your mind. You have to change your ways of thinking. If you want to become successful, you have to put the work in. You have to put that effort in. And especially if your pathway, like, you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to start it, like, or you don't know what's going to happen, the more unclear it is in a certain type of way, the more it's meant for you. I don't know how to explain how well I mean this, but the thing is, we weren't born to have a cheat sheet and follow other people's paths that have already been done. If our ideas are so different and the way we want to go about things and the way we want to become successful is so different, we're gonna have to figure out every unclear thing. But the thing is, we are you as that person are supposed to figure it out because that situation was made for you. That's why it's unclear. That's why it's not talked about. That's why it's unheard of, because you are supposed to be the one that figures it out. You are supposed to be the one that talks about how you figured it out. You are supposed to be the one to create that path that you don't have the answers to. You create it so that you know. If you're just following what everybody else does, all the paths that everybody else does, that's where humans start not doing what they want and they like. And they, like, people can have similar paths, but that doesn't mean exactly the same. Or if you're doing something that you don't like, that's repetitive, and you know how to do it, you know how to go that 9 to 5, but you really want to open up a plant store. Oh, it's hard. I don't know how I'll get customers. Like, I don't really hear that many people talk about owning a plant business, so I don't really know how it goes, and I don't know how to find like a good building to, and I don't know how to take. I don't know. Okay, well then, if that's what you want to do, you were born and made to figure it out. You were given those thoughts, you were given those ideas to figure it out, to figure out that path. It was made for you to make and figure out those decisions that you do not know. All those things, all those worries, everything that I just said, those words are made for you to figure them out. You were born to succeed. You were born to stand out with the decisions you make and the ideas you have. You were born to be different. You were born to figure things out. And that path, everything that is hard for you, everything that's a hardship for you, it's put in you. It's put in your lifetime. It's put in your life for a reason. When you have succeeded at something before, when I'm talking about succeeding, it can be small or big things. And also, some of these small and big things can be different to other people. Like, oh, that's like really easy to accomplish. Oh, that's actually really hard to accomplish. Everybody has their own like level of what they think is easy and hard. But past successes, when you had to like take a leap of faith, you had to encourage yourself to do it. You had to take, like a risk. Once you were done, you completed it, you accomplished it. How did you feel? What did you think about the hardships in the past or the risk that you had to take? did you not feel like accomplished? Like you're like, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I went through that. And if you don't feel that way, sometimes you need to try to see if there's something that you can learn out of it. Did you learn something else for your future self? Did you learn something for the road that you're already taking? Did you learn that that's not something that you want to do, but you want to take certain things out of that situation? You can still learn something and you can still be grateful that that thing experienced, and you're not going to be regretful when you're doing the things that you like. The things that you love, you're not going to regret them. Just a little bit of courage can bring so much into your life. Just a little bit of FA energy can bring so much into your life. Just a little bit of letting go can bring so much into your life. And I truly think that is your purpose. Anyways, that is the end of my video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed my video and my background and how happy and excited I was to talk about that.